Friends, I welcome you in this class. During this class, we will learn about thermodynamics. Basically, thermodynamics is a branch of physics in which we study about therm means temperature, and dynamics mean thermodynamics mean therm mean temperature, and thermodynamics mean physics, and dynamics mean in motion. So in thermophysics, we study about temperature, internal energy, and heat. So this is our main area of concern, and basically this is part of a thermodynamics where we study about therm mean heat, dynamics mean motion, where the heat is in motion. The branch of physics which deals with the concept of temperature, heat, and internal energy. So here it is. Let's use. So this is the main usage of this thermo physics, that is temperature, heat, internal energy. These are the main areas which we will cover during this chapter. Here it is. The branch of physics which deals with the concept of temperature and heat and internal energy as well as relationship between them is called thermodynamics. Now, temperature. What's the definition of the temperature? You can define it by two ways. Number one is the average kinetic energy of the molecules of a body is called temperature. Average kinetic energy of the molecules of a body is called temperature, or the degree of hotness or coldness of a body with respect to some standard is called temperature. This is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. That is called temperature. So this is the definition of the temperature. Number one, average kinetic energy of the gas molecule. Number two, the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. What are the units? SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Its nature is a scalar quantity. It has no direction. So internal energy. Let's start with the internal energy, because we have already at the starting point, we have already explained that we will go up to temperature, define these physical quantities. And now we are defining internal energy. The sum of kinetic and potential energies associated with the random motion of the molecule or the atoms is called in a substance is called its internal energy. If we find out the total energy of all the kinetic energy of all the molecules, and then we calculate the total energy of the potential energy of all the molecules. To the other side, it is also sum of all types of the energies, that is vibrational, translational, rotational, all types of the energies are added, and at the end we get internal energy of that substance. So what is heat? This is another question. So what is heat? Form of energy that is transferred from a hot body to a cold body due to temperature, difference of temperature. When two bodies are in thermal contact with each other, this is another reason. And at the same time, the heat will start flowing from one body to another. This is called, energy will start flowing from one body to another body. This is called heat. If you burn a heater, if you are having a boiled water inside any container, at that time, if you are placed at a surface, at a table or anywhere else, you will see that the transfer of the heat will take place, and this transfer of heat takes place in the surrounding. So the transfer of energy due to the difference of temperature, basically that is called heat. So what is the symbol of the heat? Normally it is represented by del Q. This del Q, it is represented by del Q. And what's the unit of the heat? That is basically joule. Because it flows, the heat flows. It is the flow of temperature from one body to another. So at that time, of course, some amount of work will be done, and that's why its units is joule. If you look at the backside, we have started with the temperature. It's the average kinetic energy of the gas molecules of a substance, a degree of hardness or coldness of a body. What about the internal energy? It is the total energy, sum of all the types of the energy, rotational, kinetic, potential, rotational, vibrational, all types of energies are added, then you will get internal energy of a body. What about heat? Heat is the difference of temperature due to which energy flows from one body to another. What's the unit of this heat? That is how it is represented. It is represented by del Q. And what's the unit of the heat? That is joule. So here it is temperature. Let's start with the temperature. Then we will move for the internal energy and heat. The instrument used to measure the temperature is called thermometer. Which instrument is used to measure the temperature? Thermometer is used. Thermometry. The art of measuring temperature is known as thermometry. This is the art through which you measure the temperature. This is called thermometry. These are the main points to remember. What is thermometer? It is the instrument used to measure the temperature. So where's thermometry? The art of measuring temperature is known as thermometry. What is thermal equilibrium? This is the main question. If you have hot tea or coffee in a cup and you place it on a table, also place a glass of water closer to that coffee. After a few minutes, you will see that the temperature of the coffee become the same as the temperature of the water in the glass. What had happened? There is a natural law. It is when you place two objects closer to each other in thermal contact with each other. Suppose here there is one body and this one is hot and there is another body. These two bodies are in thermal contact with each other. Thermal contact is very much important and it is the cold body. When you place these two bodies with closer to each other, you will see that the heat will start flowing from hot body to the cold body. It will continue flowing its flow unless until the temperature of both the body becomes the same. So this state is called thermal equilibrium. What happens? What happened in case of a coffee? It happens that when you when you place hot coffee closer to any other water or any other object, the temperature of all the objects becomes same. The same is happening there. It happens when the heat transfer of heat from hot to cold body takes place, and a time reaches where the temperature of all the body becomes same. So that state is called thermal equilibrium. So here it is. According to principle of thermometry, if two objects at different temperature are joined together, this one, hot and cold, after a certain time, they will attain the same temperature. It's known as state of thermal equilibrium. When they will attain the same temperature, this state will be called thermal equilibrium. So equation example, when a hot iron piece is put in water, on normal temperature, the temperature of the iron piece decreases while that of the water increases till the thermal equilibrium is achieved. So this is one of the example. If you take any hot heated type of metal piece inside water, you will see the temperature of water will increase at the same time. The temperature of the metal piece will decrease until the time. If you take it after some time, you will see the temperature of both the objects will be the same. That same temperature state is called thermal equilibrium. Thermometer and its types. Thermometer is an instrument which is used to measure the temperature. So that is called the thermometer. What is thermometric substances? Thermometric substances have properties that changes with temperature. Those substances which show changes with temperature can be used as thermometric material. And you will study during the classes in detail what are the properties of thermometric material, which type of material is good, and in case water is good, alcohol is good, why the water is not used, why alcohol is used, and when some types of metals are used. So depending on situation and requirement, there are different types of construction of these thermometers depending on their requirements. So you will study in detail when the application is required. Properties of thermometric material are following. It should be visible. It should be such that you can see it easily. So it should have uniform expansion, thermal expansion. Means if you have started heating, so it expands uniformly. It's not a sudden increase or sudden decrease in its temperature or expansion. So expansion must be uniform, but it's not happening in case of water. If anyone asks you why you're not using water in place of mercury and other types of the liquids which you are using inside a thermometric valve, the reason is very simple. That is, the water is not having uniform expansion, thermal expansion. So that's why water is not considered. There are a number of other reasons, but the water is the one which is not having the uniform type of the expansion. It should have low freezing point. So it should have a high boiling point. High boiling point means if you are asked to find out the boiling point of alcohol, basically the boiling point of alcohol is 78 say degree, and if you are using any object whose boiling point is 50, so before it is able to find the boiling point of any substance more than this, it starts itself boiling. So that's the reason the type of the thermometer which you are using, its boiling point must be more than the boiling point, expected boiling point of the substance to which you are going to measure. So it should not be wet glass. Wet glass means there will be a force which will resist to move the liquid or the mercury up and down. So that's why it should not wet the glass. The water wet the glass. Another drawback of water which is not used in case of thermometers. It should be good conductor of electricity. Water is poor conductor of electricity or heat. Water is poor conductor. So conduct type of substance which you are using thermometer, it should have good conductor, like conductor of electricity. Why? Or the heat? Why? Because when you place inside your under your elbow or inside your mouth, inside in your mouth, it should be such that it absorbs heat from your body and starts in expansion. You should have small specific heat. Small specific heat means small amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a substance to 1 Kelvin or 1 degree. So this is the reason. Small specific heat, good conductor of electricity, should not wet the walls and have uniform expansion. So these were some of the main important points to remember for thermometric type of the material. This is the type of material which is filled inside a thermometer. Construction of glass thermometer. Liquid in a glass thermometer has a bulb with a long capillary tube of uniform and fine bore. A suitable liquid is filled in the tube. When the bulb contracts, a hot object contacts the hot object. The liquid in it expands and rises in tube. The glass stem thermometer is thick and acts as cylindrical lens. It makes easier to see the liquid level in the glass tube very easily. If you look at the one side, these are some of the interesting topics which are connected with the construction of the thermometer. Its shape is like this one, oval type of the shape. Why its shape is this one? Why it's not square or any other? Because it acts as a magnifying glass. I have taken its shape of the stem. So move from up to down. This is having this type of the shape. It is having this shape. Why? Because it acts, this type of shape acts like a magnifying glass. And when there is a rise in the mercury level inside its stem, it becomes easier for a person so that it becomes magnified to read it. So this is one. So mercury liquid in a glass thermometer. So these are construction of glass thermometer, and it also have a constriction in the neck uh, just above the bulb of the which stops the fast flowing of the fluid of the mercury back to the bulb. And you must have seen that the doctor makes a jerk when he measures the temperature. He is trying to move the liquid inside the bulb so that again expansion takes place and it gives the correct reading. So the glass stem thermometer is thick and acts as a cylindrical lens, which I have already explained. Mercury liquid in glass thermometer, mercury freezes at minus 39 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature at which mercury freezes and boils at 357. This is the metal, and metals have mostly high boiling point. So it's 357 degrees. It has all thermometric properties listed above: good conductor, specific heat, do not wet the glass, and have uniform thermal expansion. So these are some of the important properties of a liquid which can be used for thermometric type of the substance. So it carries the same. It has thermometric properties listed above. Thus, mercury is one of the most suitable thermometric material. Mercury in glass thermometer are usually used in laboratory. These are used in laboratories. What about alcoholic? They are used in clinics, and these are also clinics, houses, and measures temperature to range of -10. These are the applications houses where the temperature is -10 to 150. So these are the high temperatures measurements. It can be used at that places to measure the temperatures. Laboratories, clinics, houses, and other temperature ranges that are from -10 to 150 degrees Celsius. So what is reference point? Reference point is thermometer has a scale in its stem. This scale has 2 points. Number one is called lower fixed point. The upper one will be called, the other one is called upper fixed point. How these points are marked? This is the important point to remember. You must have learned about these two points previously as well. So we are revising it to make it clear how the lower fixed point is. The lower fixed point is marked to show the position of liquid in thermometer when placed in ice. First you place in ice and mark, the mercury level will drop. You will mark the point up to which it has dropped. Then upper fixed point is a mark to show the position of a liquid in thermometer when it is placed in the steam. When it is placed in steam, it's the upper fixed point, and the mercury will start rising. At a time it will come when it will stop rising. So that's basically upper point of the thermometer. And this one is lower fixed point. This one will be upper fixed point. We will mark these two. First we will place inside the ice or the cube, then mercury level will drop. It will stop at a certain level that will be marked as a 0 degrees Celsius, that is ice. And then we will put in boiling water, and if in the boiling water of the steam, it rises up to 100 degrees Celsius where it stops. So at that 100-degree temperature is basically in some of the cases is upper fixed point. The scales of the temperature, the difference between two reference point is divided in different divisions. How it is division? A scale is marked on the thermometer. Thermometer of a body in contact with thermometer can be read on the scale, can be read on the scale. So this is the reason. If you divide from 0 to 100, which I have discussed, to lower fixed point to upper fixed point equal to 100 parts, the single part will be equal to 1 degree. So this is the technique to divide the scale, to mark the scales. So with this, our class ends. We will finish here. I hope you people have understood. Thank you very much for your patience.